Hi everyone, in this video I just wanted to demonstrate my fridge team I've been using. I actually used this team in my Barbara video where I break down her build, and it was a little bit different then, but even so, if you've looked at this for a fridge team, it's really fun, I find, in this game. So I'll get to it. We're going to use it on this domain here, and I'll just do like a one sort of go on it, because I'm currently farming materials for Dory, of all people, to go with Yao Yao. But that's honestly not for a few months, so we can worry about that. But I'll go over my builds here. I can understand it's kind of premium. We've got a Yaka with Aquilia Favonia, but once again, if anyone's used to my account on Genshin here, we're not fully maxed out on anything. All of my talents are level 6. I haven't really gone higher than that. The only character I've recently gone higher with is 7 on Raiden, so that's as high as my talents have ever gone. I will rank them up more eventually, but generally having the Mora is more a trouble for me at the minute, because I've got like 24 characters that are all usable. That's what I've kind of gone with, rather than having some really stacked characters. So we'll go over this way. Yaka, we've got just two separate two-piece sets. I don't know if I should really go over all the pieces here. I suppose I should, just quickly, before I demonstrate it. So, I mean, I'd imagine anyone that's watching this, you'll probably have a better build than me, no doubt. We're at world level 8, we're at AR 56 on this. But I'll quickly go through these. I'm not going to break them down. Generally pretty good with my Akko. I guess I could show my attributes as well. People like looking at that sort of thing.
A blade embraces its duty. As a jeweler cherishes.
The main one I really enjoy is Barbara. Now I was going to change. It's got a sacrificial fragments. I was going to change her to the new set that's just come out, but I haven't even done that domain yet. So I still might do that. I still might change it, but there's no hydro damage. What we've got is an elemental mastery piece on her. So if I go to, they've got sacrificial fragments. She's level 80. One of the more invested characters I've got being 80. And set, I think I've shown this set a few times in videos now, but I'll go over it again. I've got quite a nice cracked feather piece there. Change this to an attack piece. Well, this is my elemental mastery piece, which is pretty nice. And then we've got a crit rate piece as well. Those were the changes since I've done my Barbara video. And again, talents are level 6. Nothing too big there. We've got Constellations 1, which I recently purchased out of the shop. For Collie, I've recently just swapped her bow to a stringless. She was on the Favonius for me. Doesn't seem to have made that big of a difference, which I'm quite happy about. And if anything, it's increased her damage, so I'm quite happy with that. Where she got Dendro damage piece on her. We've got a level 70 stringless. She's level 70. The artifacts is a deep wood set, and it's alright. So I've built her as a support in this. She does hit pretty hard. Some of the blooms can hit for about 12k, which is pretty nice. So I think that's being buffed a lot by Barbara making the reaction and the bloom damage. So. And then we've got Layla as well. I don't think many people like Layla. That's why I'm doing this video quickly, because I don't see this fridge team as is that popular. Some people talk about it, but not many. I'm particularly on the Hoyo app. It doesn't seem that well used. So I thought I'd do this, because if anyone finds this video, then it might help you. I've got C2 Collie. 2 of them are free. I think a third one I pulled on the permanent banner. I've got 566 on her talents. Generally pretty okay. And then Layla's a bit of a weird one to build for me. I did initially give her like an attack sword. She could do with obviously more crit rate here. I've tested her with a few different swords with this build, and generally, I think I had her with the Iron Sting, and that was actually probably the best one. What have I swapped to it? I've actually still got the Iron Sting. Okay, I thought I got rid of it. Maybe I didn't. It looks really good on her as well. But this one, generally, I found is the best. You could probably have a better sword on her, but I did initially give her this Inazuma sword. And it was still fine, but she takes a little bit more damage with the Iron Sting at a lower level, so I've just given that to her. And she's got two-piece sets. Again, you can go through it. Nothing too crazy here. She HP scales, so I'll just try to give her pieces that got HP, and it's obviously got some attack. Again, like level 12 and things on these, level 17, none of them are maxed out. None of them are maxed out. And I don't think you need to unless you're really trying to clear the abyss. No constellations on her, unfortunately, but I managed to snipe her in a quick few pulls. 366. I mean, you could argue I shouldn't even rank this one up to 3, but I just like doing it. My Jing Show and a few of the others that you don't use as a sword user have the talents level as 3. It's just something I like. Call it OCD. But this team is really good. It's one of the better teams for this domain, ironically. I mean, this is one of those domains you can kind of use anything, to be honest. But this is a generally pretty solid team. If you didn't have a Yakka, I feel like you could use Rosaria. Which I haven't tried. It might be a little bit more difficult, but that's just like the premium you get with having a 5-star lucky Yakka. So I guess Ganyu might work. Not really too sure. I've got to ruin all my stamina here. But generally, particularly I imagine for mobile users, this is going to be for sure like the best, one of the best setups. So the ring with a Yakka, Barbara's ring with a Yakka will freeze when you sprint around like that, so that helps enable quick freezing. We got Layla's shield, which I should have already put down. And a lot of this is actually kind of DPS Barbara, really. You just want to, in your downtime like this, you just want to be spamming Hydro to just enable as many bloom reactions as possible. And try and keep Collie's boomerang going in the rotations. It's got quite a long cooldown. So now we've got a Yakka's ult, we can really do some damage, keep flying Hydro. I mean, a Yakka's ult's really powerful anyway.
Let's dance.
So do that again. Boomerang. Freeze again. Layla's shield. Go back into Barbara's. He's nearly dead. Move on to this guy. We'll quickly, if we can quickly freeze him. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, it needs to be Boomerang again. And as long as you keep flying Hydro, so Layla here is doing a really good consistent freeze damage, or freezing. And that's the main thing that's really good for her. So you can constantly keep this target frozen. Now the problem we're probably going to have here is the Boomerang might not always hit him being in the air. I could, let's just make this easier for me. Let's knock him down. There we go. That makes the life a lot easier. Let's get my Yakka back out. Try not to use the Yakka too much, because she will just delete everything. I'm trying to show how these characters work together, because yeah, we will just delete it as quickly as that. So if you've watched this helps you, thank you very much. Please leave a like, and I shall see you in the next video. I say try a fridge team. If you're going to use Bloom, build them for Elemental Mastery. Works very well. You can even, if you haven't got Layla, you can even put someone like, say, obviously Dana as another shielder in. If you haven't got another Syro user, I would even say someone like Sucrose to help swirl a bit more, freezing with whoever your on-field Syro user is. I don't know if Chongyung's any good, never built him. Anyway, thank you for watching. I shall see you in the next video.
Why do I have to write so many papers? Why?